So the question is, how much experience do we have versus others in this space, right? One thing is that we're operators, right? We're not just folks that want to, get our face on the internet and market a program and just, we're not really, care about results. Like, that's not it. Our reputation means a lot to us. So we're very selective on who we work with. And it's hands-on, right? It's not just, hey, here's a video or here's a seminar to go to, and then, good luck, right? That's not how this works. But that's what I've seen. And I've also seen over 20, 25 years of doing this early stage capital raising, work with companies, commercialization, especially on the finance side. Unfortunately, there's some cheese balls out there. You do kind of kiss a lot of frogs in the process, or you can end up kissing a lot of frogs. So when we work with our clients is we teach you how to smell that stuff, how to sniff it out, and how to quickly get through it, right? And also have multiple options. Our ultimate goal is to have clients with multiple options on the financing front. But how we're different versus what I've seen is that, again, it's not a seminar. It's not a PDF that you got to read. Those are like little pieces that can be helpful. Where we're different, and where I know a lot of people don't want to do that type of work, is that we're engaged. Like, we're engaged with our team for a minimum of 90 days. Some clients we've had get, their first investment within 30 days. Now, we don't advertise that because that's rare. Let's be honest. That was right place, right time. Talked to the right investor. The investor knew one of the operators and wired the money within 48 hours. So that was really cool to witness. But sometimes it can take longer, right? But most of the clients, all the clients actually that we work with, are saying, look, it's not a matter of if, it's just when. Like, if you quit, you know what you get. If you stay persistent and you stay at it, you will be successful. We have a client right now in the sustainability space where we've been working with them for quite a while, but they're on an island, right? So the problem about being on an island is, from angel investors and people in the United States, even though it's a U.S. island, you might as well be on Mars, right? It's just out of sight, out of mind, too far away. They're going to focus on U.S. stuff, right? So, but they've been consistent. They've been plugging away at it, and they just got an offer for a $1.5 million non-dilutive investment from a top-tier investment bank. So that's a classic case study of stay at it, tweak it if you need to, pass through these people quickly, talk to the right people, and now the cards are stacked in their favor. Like, right after this investment comes in, they launch in a significant way, and there's at least 2 or 3 groups that I know of right behind them, funds that are ready to write them, large checks. So what's that worth to you? Like, working hard for a couple months or 9 months or a year, what's it worth to you? Like, if it ends up financing your business and changing the whole dynamics of your business, your family, your income, your employees, your life, what's that worth to you, right? And so we help de-risk that stuff. We help compress the timelines. We're involved. We're not only involved in going through vetting the data room and going through all the marketing and the structure and the financials and the valuations and all that stuff that's critical, but we're also involved through the term sheets. What I tell our clients is going, look, we're that sniper in the tower, right? Our job is to make sure you don't get screwed. We're on your team. We're on your side, and we're vicious on how we protect our clients. And we're as blunt as a 10-pound hammer. So it doesn't help to sugarcoat stuff. A lot of these groups will tell you what you want to hear and put stories in your head to think, oh, I can do anything. And they're just looking for that quick buck, and they move on to the next one, they move on to the next one. They're eventually going to weed themselves out. So essentially what the mastermind is something we've been doing since 2010, and even for me prior to 2010 before we launched Purim Ventures, which is you've got to be able to do the due diligence effectively and strategically, and to actually build that battle plan in the process that shows that path to profitability, that path to capital, that path to success, to exit. Because you can't do M&A, you can't do commercialization, you can't do turnarounds unless you've done due diligence. And so when we would typically engage companies, this goes from like 2010 to 2022 before we started the mastermind, we would engage companies for large 6-figure engagements for 6 to 12 months. negotiate the terms. But for the first 60, 90 days, we're essentially doing what the mastermind is, which is meeting with the clients, meeting with different departments, figuring out the customers, going through due diligence, going through the marketing, finances, structure, everything. And then you build a battle plan. That's what the mastermind is, because if you don't do your due diligence first, you don't know where you're going. It's like going into battle without a plan. It's like going off to sea without a compass. Like if you're 2 degrees off, the next day you're going to be on a different continent. So that's what this is. It's proven methods, strategies, and tactics that we've been doing that I've been doing personally for over 20 years, but we've been doing at scale within Perm since 2010. We just kind of made it available for other people selectively that we choose to work with, that we know want it, that we know are coachable, we know that they're hungry, we know they have the experience, and they're just tired of the kissing a bunch of frogs and not wondering why they're not getting the financing or going barking up the wrong tree. Like, that's our ideal client. The clients we don't work with are people that aren't coachable. They just want the money. They want us just to go raise the money for them or find the money or invest in them. And they don't play well with others. And we have to, this is a team sport. Investors want to see top leaders, hungry people that work well, that take criticism, that can bob and weave, that can pivot if they need to. That's what success is. That's the success that works in the realm that we play in.